Hey everybody, welcome back to Cafe Disco NerdCast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike, with Chad and Ozama. Today, we're going to talk about, there's been some recent news about the Snyder cut of the Justice League. Ever since the Justice League released, there's been speculation about the Snyder cut and whether it was actually exists or not.
What is a Snyder cut?
All right, so when Justice League was made, Zack Snyder was the director. In the middle of it, his daughter or somebody died, so he left the production to deal with that, and then they brought in somebody else, one of the guys that was from Marvel, that's done a lot of the Marvel movies. It might have been Joss. No, who? I forget who it was. It's in here. Damn. Anyway. Okay. He came in, did a bunch of reshoots, chopped the whole thing up, and then released it. So that's why when you watch the Justice League, it feels like it's been directed by two different people. Because there's like a huge tonal shift in the movie.
Zack Snyder's the one who directed Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, and Man of Steel.
Okay.
Oh God.
And
no.
Watchmen.
Okay.
And
no.
300.
So let me ask you.
Most of his movies are really good.
Since he directed Batman vs Superman, what makes you think that I would care about a Snyder's cut?
It doesn't matter if you care about it. There's a lot of people that care about it. The world doesn't revolve around Chad.
A lot of stupid people.
Batman vs Superman is like such a bad film that
it's not.
Dude, it was boring.
It's not.
It's crazy how you can have a better Batman in the movie, but it'd be a worse movie.
I know.
It's not. It's not.
Because he was a better Batman.
Batman v Superman is actually a pretty good movie. It's pretty good.
No, it's not.
Did you like 300?
I did.
Did you like Watchmen?
Didn't watch it.
Watch that.
Well, I already know that you didn't like Man of Steel, which Man of Steel is like
probably
one of the best superhero movies that there is. So
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it was alright, and I think it was overrated.
The thing is, if you direct
how's it overrated?
Because people like you love it.
I mean,
because it's a great movie. It's a great superhero movie.
It's not that great.
The film was good though.
It was okay.
But how do you go from directing Man of Steel to Batman vs Superman? It's like two people, like
drugs.
Like, come on.
No, like the tone is like exactly the same. The whole tone of the movie is almost exactly the same. Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
That movie was so confusing.
Yes, it is.
Like, one,
okay,
things felt out of place like heck.
Okay,
didn't make sense half the time.
Yeah,
it was kind of boring then.
Okay,
that's because you didn't watch the full thing.
Yes, the scenes not making sense and jumping from one to the next without any continuity really is because they took his original version and cut a bunch of it down. So
how much is the
director's cut is
3.5
makes a lot more sense.
Right?
No. It's like 3 hours and 1 minute, I think. Like that.
I don't think I have the time to invest in
it's
that
about
movie.
An hour and a half too long.
You just don't know good stuff.
All right, anyway, back to what
the Snyder cut. So there's been a bunch of speculation about whether it even exists or not. Turns out it does. There's been multiple people that have dropped hints, like Jason Momoa and the guy that plays Flash and Cyborg and Zack Snyder himself have come out and said that there is a cut, his version.
Can we just let the film die? Can we just let it die?
No, because this was the movie the way that it was supposed to be made.
Wait.
Then somebody from Marvel came in, fucked the whole thing up.
Couldn't they just have delayed
and now
the
film? The movie is mediocre at best.
Couldn't they just have delayed the film so that he could have done his version of it the way it was supposed to be? Instead of getting someone else to do it?
Yeah, but that's the studio. That's the studio's call and the studio at work. So
then they're going to release half a film?
No, it's gonna be it's his whole version.
I thought you should do
It's gonna be.
He left like halfway through the production. I thought you said.
He did, but they changed like 70% of the movie. 70 or 80% of the movie is not what he originally had.
He didn't write it, right?
He did.
Oh, so he did write it as well. So it's a different story.
Yeah, there are some similarities, but there's a lot of different stuff with the story and how the story gets there that is completely different than what's shown. So I know neither one of you probably are gonna like it, but I don't care.
I really just don't care.
So
no, not that, because the first Justice League had some good parts to it.
Yeah, I kind of like the first.
Yeah, it was like there was like some good, but at the end of the day, it was like mediocre at best.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah.
But I expect that out of DC.
DC lately is better than Marvel lately. Oh, DC lately is better than Marvel lately. Okay. DC now or DC lately, and Marvel's past. You might have an argument.
Okay.
And there is no argument.
Marvel is trash right now.
Okay, yeah. Except for the Spider-Man films.
No. I'd say they were some of the trashiest. But...
And we don't know how
bad. Okay, so...
Birds of Prey was not so good.
I've never seen it. But
so
from what I hear, it's not.
From what I've heard,
it's not so good.
It was alright. Look, if she wasn't in it, it would have been a terrible film. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So Harley Quinn made the last one, so
right.
I mean, made Suicide Squad.
But she was worse in this one than she was in the last one.
Yeah.
She wasn't as hot in this one as she was in the last one. I'm going based on looks only because I don't really think that the acting is that great in these movies at all.
I mean, the movie was so bad that they changed the name though.
Huh?
The movie was so bad they changed the name.
Well, they screwed the name up to begin with.
But
that was part of the problem. But that's DC for you. They're all over the place.
I know, right?
They ride the back of Christopher Nolan for some weird reason.
Oh, because they're the pinnacle of what superhero films are supposed to be. But okay, so his version it was Joss. What the hell is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
That was so much random.
Did you have a stroke?
No. That's Christopher Nolan's trailers for every movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize it. So it was Joss Whedon that came in and finished it. Fucked the whole thing up. So his original cut is Zack Snyder's version is over 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. There you go.
Awesome. Awesome.
How's that awesome?
3.5 hours, man.
I'm not watching it.
Dude, that's almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Ridiculous.
No, it's awesome.
Dude, that's a half hour longer than Endgame. Think about how long Endgame was.
Endgame was so long, and it felt so long because it sucked ass.
Yeah, but this isn't that great of a movie either, Mike.
You don't know. We haven't seen it. Nobody's seen it.
3.5 hours of Justice League.
So
listen to me. My favorite movie. My favorite movie is Back to the Future. Okay, if Back to the Future was 3.5 hours long, it would not be my favorite movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, it's 3.5 hours is fine as long as it's done right.
No, this comes from a guy who likes to listen to songs that are 20 minutes long. So.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, it takes you on a musical journey.
You are out of your mind.
You just can't. If your attention span is so short, you have ADD that much.
No, that's not that.
It's not.
I have other things to
do. It's not my fault.
Question.
You can listen. You can listen to music. When you don't have to. When you listen to music, you don't have to sit there and just stare off into.
But I like to enjoy.
Stare off into nothingness and listen to the music.
I don't enjoy listening to the same thing for 20 minutes.
But the thing is, like, for a movie to be that long, it has to get me invested. Like, really, really. I don't see Justice League doing that. I just don't.
I've never watched a movie that long.
I do, but
3 hours is my max.
Okay, so
like
3.
What movie?
Avatar was like pretty long.
That was 3, right?
Yeah,
that 3.
Was a bit more than 3.
It was over 3.
Was it over 3?
A little slightly.
That might be the longest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So 214 minutes is the runtime. Now that you can pretty much take to the bank that that's how long it's going to be, because Snyder confirmed that his assembly cut, which is before they do anything, was over 5 hours long.
I mean,
that's before they trim anything off.
Can they trim about down to 2 hours and 20 minutes, around
no, because then when the movie comes out and it's trash, they're like, "Whoa, it's because you didn't watch the whole thing."
It's true. It's true. If a movie is intended to be a certain runtime, and you shoot it that way,
so then
the studio comes and says, "Okay, you need to take 45 minutes off of this." It's not going to be anywhere near what it was originally intended to be.
Based on that logic, it should be 5 hours.
No,
you just said it should be
because it's the director that's doing that. The director is they do like numerous amounts of shoots for like similar things, and then they end up shaving the ones off that they don't want to use or that are worse cuts than.
Does his version get rid of the actor who played Flash and put the real Flash in?
No.
Oh, see, that would change my mind.
So, the story's different. The similarity is there's still the mother boxes and Steppenwolf, and they bring Superman back in the end.
Worst part of the film.
No. Yeah, the one thing is this.
No, that's like the best part of the movie.
Superman comes in and literally just base made it. Yeah. Steppenwolf, it wasn't even.
That's because he's the all powerful mighty.
All right. And there was Darkseid in the movie, which was a major downside of the final cut. Steppenwolf is strong, but he's not a formidable opponent for Superman, especially not the entire Justice League. Darkseid.
He's a good opponent for Superman. So you think he could beat Superman?
I mean, he is.
Could he beat Superman?
He is.
He don't believe.
He is Marvel's Thanos. Actually, he's better than Thanos.
Could he beat Superman?
He don't believe that.
He dwarfs Thanos.
He won't answer that.
Could he beat Superman?
Could he beat Superman?
Yes. Could he kill Superman?
He can match Superman in.
Could he kill Superman?
Could he kill Superman? I mean, technically, you can't fully kill Superman, so.
So he's not a good opponent.
No, he is.
Superman's a flawed character.
No. Superman is the superhero for all superheroes. Okay, and the biggest thing is all the major characters had their own backstories in this movie. So you find out where they came from, their stories,
little movies about them, they put it all in a 3.5 hour film.
Yeah.
That's stupid from a business perspective.
Not really.
It is.
Not really.
It's a lot of movies they could have made.
And Cyborg's story is much more important in his version than it was in the theatrical cut, because Cyborg is actually the heart of the entire movie in Snyder's cut.
Every time I say Snyder's cut, all I think about is pretzels.
Why?
Just Snyder's pretzels.
Oh my god.
They cut out 7 people from the movie altogether. Martian Manhunter was supposed to be in the Snyder version, which he wasn't anywhere in there.
I don't even know.
Green Lantern was supposed to be in it. He was in it for a second.
This is gonna be it.
Don't worry, we're not watching that.
I don't know if I can.
And there's.
So how's this being released?
They're in talks. They're in talks to release it on HBO.
Damn,
so what about people who don't have HBO? They can't see it.
I'm not getting HBO just for that.
But there's gonna be a lot of people that it's gonna go on HBO Max, which I guess is HBO's streaming thing that they're gonna be coming out with, and it's probably gonna be tied to when it first launches.
Can you get an HBO?
So people are gonna probably subscribe just for that, just to get it, whether they cancel it afterwards or what.
Even if it's a free trial,
they're gonna see a huge spike in subscription for.
I don't think it'll be as huge as you think.
I think it is.
Because for me, even if it's a free trial, it's still not worth my time. My time is worth some money, and I don't think I would give it that much of my time.
Your time ain't worth shit.
It is. Everyone's time is worth something. Maybe $1 an hour, maybe $200 an hour. Everyone's different.
What do you put yourself? About $1.50?
I would say
that's
that
that's where I gauge.
My time is probably around $30 an hour.
Okay.
So I'm being underpaid where I'm at.
Except your boss is watching.
No, he's not gonna watch. Even if he is, maybe it'll influence him to fire me.
Anyway,
That's stupid.
I know you guys don't like Zack
3.5 hours, man.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
It'll be awesome. Can't wait. All right.
You'll have to let us know how it is.
Yeah, if a movie run past 2 hours, it's way too long.
No, we'll watch it. We'll stream it.
You can't do that.
Why?
Because you get banned from YouTube.
No, we don't have to put the movie in the corner. We can just.
You want me to see it
Do
for
you
3
think
hours?
that people are going to watch us for 3.5 hours watching a movie that nobody cares about?
A lot of people care about the Snyder Cut.
Think about what you just said. Would you watch somebody watch a movie without seeing the movie? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I mean I'd watch the movie. I'd sync it up. All right. Anyway,
Does she expect us to stay here for 3 hours and watch that film?
these guys are. These guys
It's
don't.
not 3 hours, 3.5.
Yeah,
By the time we set up, probably 4 hours.
These guys just don't know good stuff. But all right.
The only thing that could make that movie worse is if Christopher Nolan directed it.
It's one of the greatest directors of our time.
Oh, shut up.
It's true.
It's not.
Whether you accept it or not.
It's not. Dun, dun, dun,
It's the truth.
Boom. Dun, 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 dun.
What an idiot.
That's that Tenet or whatever. That's exactly what it sounds like. The whole trailer. Dun, 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 dun.
What other one sounds like that?
Batman.
No.
Yeah?
No, it does not.
Yes, it did.
No, it does not.
Next video, we'll be reacting to the Batman trailers from the Nolans. I'm telling you right now, they all sound the same, Mike. They all have the same score.
I don't.
They do.
You don't know what... I mean, you must not know what scores are because they...
Oh, damn.
They are vastly different from one movie to the next.
No, they're very similar.
No, they're not.
They're very similar.
Okay.
They might do a pitch shift on them, but that's about it.
No, I don't think you know what you're talking about. Which is usual, so... Okay. That's it for this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Pick a side, whatever.
Well, everybody's going to hate me now because I said Christopher Nolan is the worst.
Well, yeah, they should. It's warranted.
You 22 people that are watching.
It's warranted. All right.
I'm shooting high now, 22.
Let's see you on the next one. Later.
Deuces.